Hi, I'm Miles Trotter. Today I'm going to talk about suffering. People often talk to me about the pain in their lives. For example, one guy's business has gone into administration and he might lose his house. Another man's daughter has cancer and his wife long COVID. I know an art dealer who's losing his sight. A friend has just lost his sister through suicide. In each case, this pain is undeserved and there's no valid reason or explanation why these things happen to them. You know, life can be indiscriminately brutal and cruel, and as human beings we must learn to deal with tragic pain through whether it's faith or the consolation of philosophy or a deeper meaning or pure stoicism. But sometimes the pain we suffer serves a useful purpose, helping us learn, grow, and make essential changes to our lives. A great priest and philosopher called Richard Rohr calls that necessary suffering. Now some of you may wonder, well, Miles, if you're going to make me suffer, I'm not going to hire you as my mentor. So look, I'm not here to make you suffer. But during the tough times, you can turn aspects of your suffering into a learning opportunity, and that's my job to help you. So for example, perhaps you've been in a role too long and have outlived your usefulness and you're still hanging on. You experience suffering with the feelings of frustration, uselessness, not being valued, boredom, a longing to move on, helplessness. You know something must change, something must die inside, but you don't want to let go. And you're afraid, of changing because you wouldn't know yourself. That's the suffering. And the truth is your heart and soul are trying to impart useful information that your intellect refuses to acknowledge. In fact, your intellect has probably been arguing for months to stay put for the salary, the benefits, the status. Thankfully, your feelings alert you to the reality that the job isn't working. And without this kind of wake-up call, you might continue languishing in a role that doesn't work. So now you can make a choice and hopefully put yourself out of your misery. I'll give you a real-life example. One of my clients is working hard to turn around a large, underperforming process plant. His suffering comes from having to deal with all the unforeseen stuff getting in the way, like bosses overseas, management changes, power outages, old equipment, people who aren't up to the job. But through this tough time, he's learning the art of leading a team through adversity, which is a good thing for him. Another guy is a senior leader in the Middle Eastern division of a global firm. He has it all, but you just scratch the surface, and he's suffering from a feeling of purposelessness, a lack of connection with colleagues in different locations, and a real sense of isolation. His suffering has woken him up to the fact he needs to create a new purpose and direction, and it may not look like the current one at all. So as a mentor, I help people see their suffering could be serving a useful purpose and communicating useful information through a different kind of intelligence, the wisdom in their hearts and souls about things that must change. So we all have suffering in our lives, and how might some of it be necessary for you to move forward? I hope this has been helpful. See you next time.